Good evening and welcome to Brandon Stadium for tonight's Sky Sports Elite League action, the Coventry Bees versus the Eastbourne Eagles. The Bees looking to march on after their emphatic victory over the Lakeside Hammers on Monday, and they race an Eastbourne team tonight that have struggled so far in 2013. The Bees welcome back Ollie Allen, who missed Monday's win, and they also have Stuart Robson with them this evening, and their contribution in the second string department could be vital here this evening. For Eastbourne, 2013 sees a return for Bjarne Pedersen, who had a disappointing season last year with Birmingham Brummies, and the Eagles also have Adam Shields returning to their ranks, having retired from the sport early last season. Those two are the only changes from a 2012 side that were emphatic victors here at Brandon on their sole visit last season. So with the riders on parade, let's quickly run down the two team lineups. For the Bees, they're led by Christoph Kasperzak. Ollie Allen goes at 2. It's Greg Zangotta at 3, Stuart Robson at number 4, Scotty Nichols at 5, 2 reserves, Aaron Summers at 6 and Michael Szpaniak at number 7. For the Eagles, they're led by Bjarne Pedersen at number 1, Adam Shields at number 2. Simon Gustafsson goes at 3 with Timo Lahti at number 4. Skipper Cameron Woodward at 5, their 2 reserves, Lucas Drummel at 6 and Dennis Gizatulin at number 7. So it's the Coventry Bees versus the Eastbourne Eagles in Sky Sports Elite League action. Let's get on with the racing and join your commentator, Dave Rowe.
30 seconds.
So the clock is counting down for heat number 1. It's counting down on Christoph Kasperzak with a 30-second warning already having sounded. There's been a bit of a panic in the pits, but Kasperzak is now on his way out onto the circuit. Obviously, it has been a nightmare start to the season for him. The last thing he would have needed and wanted is to be disqualified from the opening race, but Kasperzak does make it onto the track for the opening race tonight. His partner is Ollie Allen, who we all thought was going to be ruled out tonight after his crash in Poland last weekend, but made a return with the Ryehouse Rockets last night I should say, and now returns then for the Bees this evening. Bjarne Pedersen goes for the Eastbourne Eagles in white, and Adam Shields goes in yellow. He missed out at Birmingham on Wednesday with a bad back, but he is back tonight. Back on the circuit, of course, where he didn't get too far last year with Bellevue before pulling out of his first ride and subsequently retiring from the sport. But back with the Eagles this season after a few years away from Arlington. And this is his first trip back to Coventry since then. Eastbourne are mixed fortune so far this season. They've had a couple of thumping defeats in the Midlands at both Wolverhampton and Birmingham. They lost 62-31 on Wednesday at Perry Bar, so you suspect there'll be a reaction to that. Bjarne Pedersen was really their sole leading light in that meeting. Shields on the inside, Allen gate 2, Pedersen gate 3, Kasperzak gate 4. Darren Hartley is the referee. Bjarne Pedersen definitely is at the start. The red lights come straight on, and the red lights come on from Darren Hartley. That might be good news for Christoph Kasperzak there, because he will be able to get some mechanical adjustments made because there'll be a restart with all 4, and he will have to wait the 2 minutes time limited on. The gate is not being opened, so he is looking to come round. I think there's a mechanic sprinting out. Kasperzak wants some kind of attention to his machine. Bjarne Pedersen also wants some. So the pits gate did not open, which I don't know if that's a new policy, but the 2 riders down here desperately wanting some kind of adjustment. Bjarne Pedersen, I think, wants refuelling, does he? Christoph Kasperzak shouting at his mechanic. Michael Szpaniak is coming to translate, sending him round. And really nobody seems to know what's going on as Kasperzak goes back round. Now Ted is running out, but he's going to have to run an awful long way to get to Christoph Kasperzak from there. So he's being sent back to the pits, so that's all a bit of a mess as the 4 riders come back round for the restart. So back into line for the restart of heat number 1. Adam Shields in yellow off the inside for the Eagles. Ollie Allen in gate 2 in blue for the Bees. Gate number 3 in white is Bjarne Pedersen, and gate 4 in red is Christoph Kasperzak. As I say, Bjarne Pedersen was really the only bright spot as far as Eastbourne were concerned at Birmingham on Wednesday. He had not the best of seasons, of course, with the Brummies last year, but he won 3 of his 5 races on Wednesday night, and he scored 15 of the Eagles' 31 points on his own. Now tonight they have Drummel back in play, which could be a key man at reserve, but they'll need their middle order to step up more than they did in midweek. So restart of heat number 1 then. It's Shields on the inside, Allen gate 2, Pedersen gate 3, and Kasperzak goes off the outside. Green light comes on, and away they go in a flying start there by Ollie Owen. Gets the bend in front of Bjarne Pedersen, tries to take Pedersen wide. Pedersen gets round the outside, and Bjarne Pedersen gets the advantage over Ollie Owen, with Christoph Kasperdak in third place and Adam Shields is at the back. 3-3 situation in the opening race as Pedersen, decent first bend move there to get the better of Ollie Owen, who tried to shove him wide. Kasperdak in third place. Shields is at the back, and it looks like being a share in the opening race the way things stand at present. And as I say, a good effort by Pedersen, because Ollie Owen just got to the first bend in front. Kasperdak looking over his shoulder now as he drops back, and Adam Shields is offering no real threat. He's somewhere at the back, but Kasperdak is going backwards to the extent that we've seen a couple of times this season in key races. But Bjarne Pedersen race leads on to his last lap. Ollie Owen in second place, Christoph Kasperdak in third, and Adam Shields trying to regain ground at the back. Doesn't appear to have too much confidence though, Adam Shields, as Kasperdak checks over his shoulder, see where Shields is, and it's a routine victory here for the Eastbourne number one, Bjarne Pedersen, who got the better of Ollie Owen on the first bend and comes round to win it. Second is Ollie Owen, third Christoph Kasperdak, with Adam Shields at the back. So a shared heat in the opening race, and Pedersen is right back to decent form this season. He struggled last year with Birmingham, didn't have a good season by his standards, but he is doing well back with the Eagles this season, and he race wins heat one over Ollie Owen, with Christoph Kasperdak third, and it's Coventry 3, Eastbourne 3. So, up to date we come for heat number 2, with Aaron Summers riding in red, Michael Szczepaniak in blue, Lucas Dremmel in white, and Dennis Gizatu in yellow. Dremmel could be the key to proceedings here tonight. He rode at reserve here a couple of years ago, scoring an enormous total, winning races for fun, and ended up with 20, including a tactical ride. Eastbourne still lost that meeting, mind you, but at reserve, obviously, he's a pretty key player. Dennis Gizatulin goes in yellow, second season with the Eagles. The Russian Aaron Summers, who was so superb here on Monday, goes in red off the inside, and Michael Szczepaniak, who's been struggling for a bit of pace in the last couple of home matches, scored 4 third places in fact on Monday night. He is in blue off gate number 3. Eastbourne, as we say, still awaiting their first success on the road this season. They picked up a point though at Swindon a couple of weeks ago, which does show they are capable when the mood takes them. But it is just 1 point from a fairly hectic away schedule so far this campaign for the Eagles. They've been short on home matches after a couple of postponements. So heat number 2 is on the way, with Summers in red off the inside, Dremmel white off gate 2, Szczepaniak in blue off gate 3, and Gizatulin goes off the outside, and away they go. A great start by Lucas Dremmel, pretty good one too by Gizatulin, as Summers missed the gate and Coventry missed the gate, and Gizatulin goes straight round the outside, and he race leads, and it's Eastbourne 1 and 2. Michael Szczepaniak trying to go round Lucas Dremmel round turns 3 and 4, but Eastbourne with the advantage here, as Gizatulin has the advantage. It's Dremmel in second place, Szczepaniak in third, and Summers did not make the start there off the inside, and this is a big shock in heat 2 as Eastbourne go ahead with a 5-1 situation. And they look good at this stage, with Gizatulin having the advantage over his teammate Lucas Dremmel, and Michael Szczepaniak's ride round the outside on turns 3 and 4 didn't work out. Aaron Summers hasn't managed to get in the equation either, and Eastbourne are going to make the first move here at Brandon tonight, with Gizatulin looking pretty impressive around turns 3 and 4, it has to be said, as he gets himself clear of his teammate. Dremmel holding a comfortable second, and looked very good for Eastbourne in heat number 2, as Szczepaniak lifts violently into his last lap. Aaron Summers hasn't been able to get into it at all, and Eastbourne race clear in heat 2, and Eastbourne will take the early lead here at Brandon with a convincing 5-1. Dennis Gizatulin and Lucas Dremmel over Michael Szczepaniak and Aaron Summers, and surprisingly maximum points for Eastbourne in heat number 2. Fast starting it certainly was, and the Bill-based Bees could find no way through as Dremmel and Gizatulin take the maximum, and Eastbourne, as I say, beaten 62-31 at Birmingham on Wednesday night, now have the early lead here at Brandon in a meeting Coventry want to win to try and move 2 places up the Elite League table tonight. They will though have to do it from the situation of an early deficit, as Gizatulin wins heat 2 from Dremmel, third place Szczepaniak, and it's Coventry 4, Eastbourne 8. So into line for heat 3, with Greg Zengotta riding in red, Stuart Robson in blue, riding in white is Simon Gustafsson, and it's Timo Lahti going in yellow. Encouraging start for Eastbourne. They've won the opening 2 races, they've got a 5-1 in heat 2. This race is important to them because neither Gizatuin nor neither Gustafsson nor Lati had any kind of a night at Birmingham on Wednesday. So if one or both of these two can get themselves in the meeting, then they will feel that they can take something from Coventry here tonight. The Bees combination, Greg Zengotto riding in red, he was superb on Monday, and Stuart Robson back in the side. Of course, he was with his Premier League club at Newcastle on Monday night. 57-33 to the Bees against Lakeside. It has been an extraordinary week of results when you consider that Lakeside 2 nights later went to Poole and won, which leaves Poole in danger of going bottom tonight, because then Poole were absolutely demolished at Peterborough last night. So it has been quite a week of strange results in the Elite League. And Coventry, after seeing bright things on Monday and with the National League team winning at Kings Lynn on Wednesday, they want to finish the week on a high. Of course, they go to Eastbourne tomorrow in the return fixture, but they desperately want 3 points here at Brandon tonight. It hasn't started particularly well. 4-8 down after 2. Let's see what Heat 3 brings with Gustafsson in white off the inside, Robson in blue off gate 2, Lati in yellow off gate 3, and Zengotto goes in red off the outside. Start Marshall walks away, green light comes on for 3, and away they go, and the red lights come on yet again. This time Coventry have made the start, but the referee puts the red light straight on, and there'll be another restart. The second time in 3 heats that we've had a stoppage. They are going straight back round again, and the tapes will be brought down, and there'll be a restart, I think, with all 4 again. So all 4 once again for the restart of Heat 3. Simon Gustafsson on the inside, Stuart Robson gate 2, Timo Lati gate 3, and Greg Zengotto off the outside. And Zengotto, as we say, 13 paid 15 on Monday, really did seem to be finding the fast way around Brandon, so Coventry will look for him to do that again. And Stuart Robson, who was one of really only 2 riders who showed up in the home defeat against Wolves start of last week, and a decent return to Coventry in that meeting, scored 6. So Coventry will be hoping this middle order combination can pick up some points, as I say, against an Eastbourne side, Eastbourne middle order that have been struggling of late. We know what Gustafsson's capable of, particularly around Coventry, and last season when Eastbourne won here, Lati was superb at reserve, scored paid 13. But in the main body of the team so far this season, it hasn't really happened for him. I believe he misses tomorrow's meeting, Lati, because of the under-21 qualifier. Still very much a youngster, Timo Lati, but now in effectively his 3rd season with the Eastbourne Eagles, as we get ready for the restart of Heat 3. Gustafsson, Robson, Lati and Zengotto. This time they are away, and this time Simon Gustafsson's away from the inside, and he gets Stuart Robson wide. Robson goes right round the outside, but blocked out by Gustafsson. Zengotto goes round Lati for 3rd, but Gustafsson's got the advantage, and Simon Gustafsson race leads for Eastbourne. They are making very impressive starts here so far tonight. It's Zengotto going through the 2nd place, Robson in 3rd, Lati at the back, and Zengotto is now going to chase down Simon Gustafsson as Robson lifts the back straight and has to cover off the challenge of Lati. But we have seen over the years that Simon Gustafsson is capable of winning races around Coventry, as Zengotto is reading him in. But the point was that Zengotto lost a lot of ground on the first lap, and now he's reading him back in. And can Greg Zengotto get to Simon Gustafsson here with just over a lap to go? It's still Gustafsson, moves slightly off the line, coming off bend 4. Zengotto will look for a move down the inside. Robson's in a comfortable 3rd over Lati, and the race really at the fronters. Now Zengotto turns back on Simon Gustafsson, the back straight for the final time. Here comes Greg Zengotto, can't quite get it done though, because he's clamped off by Simon Gustafsson, and Gustafsson makes it back around the outside, and Zengotto trying on the inside, but Simon Gustafsson hangs on for a win. 2nd place is Greg Zengotto, 3rd Stuart Robson. It looked like Greg Zengotto almost got that turn back done on the 2nd bend, but Gustafsson just beat him into the 3rd bend, and that's a 3rd Eastbourne race winner of the meeting so far. And Simon Gustafsson, who only scored 3 from I think 5 rides on Wednesday at Birmingham, has matched that in 1 ride here at Brandon tonight as he wins heat number 3. Gustafsson over Zengotto, Robson 3rd, and it's Coventry 7, Eastbourne 11. Heat 4 then, and we see the captains on track for the first time, with Scott Nichols riding in red for the Bill-Based Bees off the outside, and Cameron Woodward just inside him on gate 3, Michael Shepaniak on gate 2, and a 2nd ride for Dennis Gizatuin off the inside, and that was an impressive ride by him to win Heat 2. Bees 7, Eastbourne 11. Gizatuin rode here last season in the Eastbourne Eagles win. He only scored 3 paid 4 though, so that heat number 2 was his first ever race win round Brandon, but he won it convincingly, and you wouldn't have expected in the form we saw from Aaron Summers on Monday night that to have been the case, but it was a convincing 5-1 to Eastbourne. That has them 4 points in front with 3 races gone. And Coventry will be looking to Scott Nicholls to hit back here in Heat 4. And can he take Michael Chapaniak with him? That's the question as well. But so far, Eastbourne much better from the gate than Coventry in the first 3 heats. Heat 4 on the way. Yellow off the inside is Gizatuin. Chapaniak in blue off gate 2. Woodward in white off gate 3. And Scott Nicholls goes in red off the outside. Heat 4 on the way with Eastbourne holding the advantage at this stage. Green light comes on and away they go after a short hold from the referee. And Eastbourne make it again with Gizatuin and Woodward. And Chapaniak tries to cut back on the inside, but I think that will squeeze Scott Nicholls out. It does. And Gizatuin has it over Woodward, with Nicholls going for the outside run in 3rd place, but rather oversliding off turns 3 and 4. And Nicholls trying to go round Michael Chapaniak, and he's going to have to chase now from the back because Gizatuin's got the advantage for the 2nd time tonight. Scott Nicholls going wide in 3rd. He tries to reading ground on Cameron Woodward, and it's a dream start here for the Eastbourne Eagles, and the clear difference is they're making the starts. Now Scott Nicholls tries to get down the inside and does moves. Cameron Woodward aside. Woodward will try and go back round him on turn 2 though. He's got plenty of speed. Woodward goes back around Scott Nicholls, having to chase from the back here to try and salvage 2nd place. A nightmare start for Coventry. Had such a good meeting on Monday against Lakeside, but Gizatuin, we said Dribble was going to be the key reserve, but in fact it's Gizatuin has been superb here, and Woodward anchoring 2nd place over Scott Nicholls. There'll be a track raid after Heat 4, and the Bees are going to have to look at their setups and find a way back into this meeting because Eastbourne have made a flying start. Gizatuin wins it. 2nd place is Cameron Woodward. 3rd place Scott Nicholls. Michael Chapaniak at the back. And Coventry, as I said, they were seeing bright rays of sunshine after Monday night, but it's all gone gloomy again here this evening because that's 4 races gone. It's 4 Eastbourne Heat winners. It's 2 5-1s, and with a win there for Gizatuin, 2nd place for Woodward, and 3rd for Nicholls. It's Coventry 8, Eastbourne 16. So it's been an absolutely catastrophic start to the meeting as far as Coventry are concerned. 4 Eastbourne Heat winners, 2 5-1s, 16-8 to the visitors. They've scored 16. As I mentioned, they only managed 31 all night at Birmingham on Wednesday. So you suspect that the Eastbourne riders have had a bit of a talking to from their management after Wednesday night. They certainly had a talking to after they lost at Wolves, and Bob Dugard vented his spleen in the press after that, and the result was an improved display at Swindon a few nights later. And the same, I think, might have happened here because they've been impressive, and you couldn't see this coming based on the way Coventry rode on Monday against Lakeside when they really couldn't do anything wrong. But now they're desperately trying to seek out a gate. Really, the only one that's made anything like a gate so far has been Ollie Allen, who made a reasonable one in Heat 1, and then Bjarne Pedersen made it round turns 1 and 2 in front. But apart from that, it's been Eastbourne to the first men first all the way. Let's see now what Bjarne Pedersen can do off the outside. Eastbourne have had 1 and 3 in 3 of the first 4 heats, and they have been the better gates around Coventry so far this season. So let's see what Bjarne Pedersen can do here off the outside. It's Zengota in red off the inside, Shields in yellow off gate 2, Robson blue off gate 3, and Pedersen in white off the outside. Pedersen starting very close indeed to Stuart Robson there in gates 3 and 4 as we get ready for heat number 5. Then green lights on and away there goes. They've got a lift off the inside, and Robson takes Bjarne Pedersen really wide there on turns 1 and 2. Pedersen couldn't make it. He'll try and go in between here. Can they cover him? Yes, they can. Robson race leads. Zengota in 2nd place. Bjarne Pedersen battling in 3rd, trying to pass him. Now he'll do a cut back here. Here comes Pedersen down the inside, and he gets past Zengota, but he hasn't got past Robson yet. Robson race leads, goes wide off turn 2. Speed from Bjarne Pedersen. Zengota chasing on in 3rd. Shields at the back is nowhere, but Robson's got the lead. He's got fresh air in front of him, but Bjarne Pedersen's very quick indeed. He again turns back. That said, so is Greg Zengota as he tries to go inside Bjarne Pedersen. Good racing in heat 5 as Robson still leads from Pedersen, and Zengota in 3rd place with Shields way adrift at the back. But the race is for 1st, 2nd and 3rd, and you do get the feeling that Bjarne Pedersen can still make it up the inside here off turn 4. Certainly he's got plenty of speed. Robson turning it tight. Pedersen even tighter, but Robson covers that one off, and now will Pedersen go for the outside, I wonder. Last bend, it's Robson over Pedersen. Zengota in 3rd. Pedersen again turns back tight, but a good race win for Stuart Robson. Robson over Bjarne Pedersen with Greg Zengota finishing fast around the outside. And a good battle in heat number 5, cracking stuff, and Stuart Robson gets the victory for Coventry, their first win of the night. 2nd place to Bjarne Pedersen, Greg Zengota in 3rd. Actually, Pedersen did well to split them there on the first lap at the end of lap 1 off the inside off bend 4, and Robson though holds on for a fine victory. The 2nd place is Bjarne Pedersen, 3rd is Greg Zengota, and is that the start of the big comeback as far as Coventry are concerned. They get a 4-2 from heat 5, and it's Coventry 12, Eastbourne 18. Eastbourne back to gates 1 and 3 for heat 6, but then in heat 7, 8, 9 and 10, Coventry have 1 and 3. So that's certainly going to be a time when they'll be looking to get themselves back into it. But they could do with the race winner here as well. It's Cameron Woodward in white off the inside for the Eastbourne Eagles. Christoph Kasperdak in red off gate 2. Lucas Drimmel in yellow off gate 3. And Ollie Aaron in blue off the outside. So Coventry have their best gate up, Ollie Aaron I would say. But probably off the worst gate. We saw Bjarne Pedersen couldn't make it off the outside. He did well to, in the end, split Zengota and Robson in heat 5. And Aaron's got the hard-riding Lucas Drimmel immediately inside him. And Cameron Woodward, who rode well in his first outing too, he's off the inside. And they could do with a start here from Christoph Kasperdak to try and clamp off Cameron Woodward. Certainly you look down the lineup and you see the form that Kasperdak was in towards the back end of last season, and you would on that form you'd stick him down for a race win here, no danger at all. But that was 2012, this is 2013, and the 2013 Christoph Kasperdak with Coventry has not shown anything like that kind of form, which makes you wonder who will win this heat 6. Woodward in white off the inside, Kasperdak in red off gate 2, Drimmel in yellow off gate 3, and Allen goes in blue off the outside. Coventry have cut the gap down to 6 points. Here we go with heat number 6, and away they go, and a great start by Aaron off the outside, gets a nudge there. Woodward and Kasperdak tangled. Aaron makes it right round the outside, but Kasperdak could get squeezed out at the back. It's Aaron who leads from Cameron Woodward, and Kasperdak going for a run round the outside, which gets him round Drimmel, and will it get him round Woodward as well? Very close indeed as Aaron race leads, and Kasperdak going right round the outside. Determined stuff from Christoph Kasperdak, takes him through from 4th to 2nd. It's a superb ride, and Coventry have 1 and 2. It's Ollie Aaron and Christoph Kasperdak with the advantage. Woodward in 3rd place. Kasperdak going down the inside of his teammate now, and they could do with some team riding because Cameron Woodward is still in play here. Lucas Drimmel at the back. But fair play to Christoph Kasperdak there. There was some real determination to make it round the outside, had the speed to take it and did. Aaron off the outside made the game, but Cameron Woodward back in the race here, and the Bees almost going into each other as Aaron goes wide. Kasperdak turns back up the inside, and will he drop in with Ollie Aaron there? He needs to as they go into the last bend, and they'll get home for a 5-1 with Christoph Kasperdak and Ollie Aaron over Cameron Woodward and Lucas Drimmel. And that was a class ride by Christoph Kasperdak. He's had his detractors, and with very good reason for some of his performances so far this season, but Christoph Kasperdak there did work his way through from 4th to 2nd to Coventry and get a 5-1 with Ollie Aaron and get them back into the meeting. Super ride. Allen wins it, 2nd place Kasperdak, 3rd Woodward, and it's Coventry 17, Eastbourne 19. So the Bees have put themselves back in the meeting, just 2 points down after 6 heats, and heat 7 on the way. Scott Nichols goes in red off the inside, Simon Gustafsson in white off gate 2, Aaron Summers blue off gate 3, and Timo Lahti in yellow off the outside. Certainly there will have been a few furrow brows after what we saw in the first 4 heats, but what we've seen in the next 2 has been much, much better. As I say now, the next 4 heats, Coventry have gates 1 and 3, and they would appear to be the places to be so far tonight. But fair play to Ollie Aaron, who did make it off gate 4 in the previous race. And that really set things up, because although Christoph Kasperdak had to work very hard to get through into 2nd place, and you got the feeling during the race he was keen to try and pull clear and get some fresh air himself, which was at times bringing Cameron Woodward back into it. They did get home for a 5-1, that was all important. And now can Coventry take advantage of these gates 1 and 3 over the next 4 heats? Scott Nichols off the inside here. Simon Gustafsson, who won his first ride impressively in white off gate 2. Aaron Summers didn't have a good first ride by his, certainly by his standards of Monday night. He's in blue off gate 3, and Timo Lahti in yellow off the outside. Into line comes Scott Nichols. He has, of course, the British final to come on Monday at Wolverhampton. Beat at Eastbourne tomorrow night as well, so a busy run of fixtures. And the riders coming into line for heat number 7. Nichols, Gustafsson, Summers and Lahti. Green lights on and away they go. And it's a good start by Gustafsson, gets in front of Scott Nichols. There goes Lahti around the outside. Nichols needs to turn back there, or Lahti will go through, and Lahti does go through. And this is an enormous upset already in heat 7 as Gustafsson gets the advantage and Lahti pops out in 2nd. And you can forget all about gates 1 and 3, because 2 and 4 there have done the business for Eastbourne through Gustafsson and Lahti to outgate Scott Nichols. They have it 1 and 2 into bend 3, and all the hard work of Coventry in heat 6 is about to go go to waste here, it would appear, as Gustafsson leads from Larty, Nichols in third place, and Summers out the back. And a disastrous race here for Coventry in Heat 7, because Larty looking around the outside for Scott Nichols, who's now clamped off by Larty. He was going around the outside as Larty was looking the wrong way, but it's Gustafsson stretching clear, and can Nichols salvage second here from Larty as they start the last lap? Gustafsson from Larty, Summers in third, Nichols going so wide off bend 2, trying to get speed at the back straight for the final time. It's have to be on the last bend now though, as Gustafsson still race leads. Larty hanging second over Nichols, who comes back for the inside as they run to the finishing line. Larty gets there, and for the second time tonight, Scott Nichols finds himself on the wrong end of a 5-1, and the Bees have got the gap down to 2, and they find themselves 6 down once again. Gustafsson and Larty, who got nowhere at Perry Bar on Wednesday night, they both had absolute mares, and you could never see a 5-1 to Eastbourne there in Heat 7, but they've got it in the fastest time of the night. 59.6 for Simon Gustafsson over his teammate Timo Larty, with Scott Nichols in third place, and it's Coventry 18, Eastbourne 24.
The win went to Simon Gustafsson. His time 59.6.
Heat 8 then, with Ollie Aaron riding in red, Michael Szczepaniak in blue, Adam Shields in white, and Dennis Gizatulin goes in yellow. It must admit, I did wonder if the Eagles might contemplate switching reserves, well, not switching reserves, but bringing Lucas Schrimmer in to replace Adam Shields here. I'm sure they'd look to make a change in heat number 11 if Shields can't get on the board here in Heat 8. He's got the outside, but Gizatulin, 2 rides and 2 wins so far, so they may feel they can cover off this one. Maybe even pitch a third ahead of Szczepaniak if they make the start, because Coventry reserves tonight have so far an absolute nightmare. Aaron Summers, no points from 2 rides. Michael Szczepaniak, 1 point from 2 rides. Compare and contrast with Gizatulin's unbeaten 6 out of 6 and Drimmel's paid win in Heat 2, and factor in Gustafsson's 2 wins, and that is why Eastbourne have got themselves a 6-point advantage as we reach the midway point of tonight's meeting. Not going the way anyone expected, and that's the way the week has been in the Elite League so far. And Coventry have just simply been outgated tonight, no question about that. Szczepaniak in blue off the inside, Gizatulin in yellow off gate 2, Allen in red off gate 3, and Shields goes in white off the outside. Here we go then with heat number 8, green lights on and away they go, and it's a good start by Michael Szczepaniak, and a pretty good one too by Ollie Owen, who gives his man a shove. That's Adam Shields into the fence there on turn 2. And the red lights are on from the referee, Darren Hartley. I would imagine it'll be all 4 back, but Shields, who probably had his most competitive start of the meeting so far, is down on the second bend. It will be a restart with all 4 riders, but as I say, Shields down, and he missed a meeting on Wednesday at Birmingham due to back trouble, so there may be an issue there straight away. Ollie Allen coming around to make sure that Adam Shields is okay. We certainly hope he is. If he is ruled out, then they will make that change, obviously, with Lucas. Well, let's hope that Shields is okay. As I say, Ryder trying to get some confidence back after his early end to last season. He is on his feet, which is good to see. Ollie Allen came to check up on him, and Shields will return to the pitch, and it will be all 4 back for the restart. So Adam Shields does come around to contest the rerun of Heat 8 after brief treatment down there on the track. He takes his place now on gate 4. Michael Szczepaniak had actually made his best start of the meeting off the inside. He goes in blue. He got the better of Gizatulin there. Had Shields not gone down, it looked quite promising for Coventry on turns 1 and 2. But Shields going down after, I think, light contact with Ollie Owen. I think most referees would have done what Darren Hartley has done, which is put all 4 back in. And Shields will go again off the outside here. Szczepaniak off the inside, Gizatulin off gate 2, Aaron at gate 3, and Adam Shields, as we say, off the outside. The Bees need to pull their way back into this meeting. 18-24 down, and facing the unbeaten Gizatulin off gate number 2. Here we go then with Heat 8, green lights on and away they go. And again a good start by Szczepaniak off the inside, and again a good one from Aaron around the outside. Here comes Shields trying to get into play. Gizatulin with a neat little cut back there, but Michael Szczepaniak goes round him, and it is Coventry 1 and 2 into the 3rd bend. Szczepaniak is wide, Gizatulin pegs the inside and might come through there. Aaron race leads. Szczepaniak now needs to cover the inside line off Gizatulin. Shields is out of the equation at the back, and I'm sure we won't see him again in the meeting, but Gizatulin, after missing the start, now finds himself chasing and finds himself losing ground, and once again the damage done in heat 7 maybe being repaired here, and Ollie Aaron maybe one of the main men doing the repair job. He's set to win for the second time tonight, and Michael Szczepaniak looking much stronger here in his third outing, and that may get him a ride to replace Aaron Summers later on if form stays as it is. The start of the last lap with Aaron with the advantage, Szczepaniak in second place, and with Gidatuin chasing in third as Szczepaniak lifts off bend 2, but has it comfortably into the third bend. This should do its confidence some good as well, and Coventry hit back with maximum points in heat 8. Ollie Aaron and Michael Szczepaniak over Dennis Gidatuin. Adam Shields on the back. That's 3 pointless outings for him, and surely they will have to change heat number 11 on that basis. But Bees back in play in heat 8 with a 5-1 from Ollie Aaron and Michael Szczepaniak over the previously unbeaten Dennis Gidatuin, and the Bees get back to within 2 points with 8 heats gone, and that's 8 points from 3 rides now for Ollie Aaron, who's doing just what we thought he would when they brought him in, and that is make starts, and that's something this team has not been doing for much of this campaign. But Alan wins once again in heat 8. I think he's has he come to a halt on the way round? I think he has. So Alan wins it. Second place is Szczepaniak. Needs to get that bike back quickly because he's back out in heat 10. So 5-1 to Coventry. The third place Gidatuin, and it's Coventry 23, Eastbourne 25. Heat 9 then on the way with Greg Zengotta in red, Stuart Robson in blue, Cameron Woodward in white, and Lucas Drimmel in yellow. Big 5-1 to Coventry there in heat 8, and of course the expectation prior to the meeting was that Ollie Aaron would be ruled out tonight and they'd be using rider replacement, and the expectation was that rider replacement for a home meeting such as this might not be a disaster, bearing in mind the form the Bees had shown on Monday. They'd have had rides for Scott Nicholls, Greg Zengotta, Stuart Robson and the reserves, but as things have turned out, Ollie Aaron has been very much the key man this evening in keeping Coventry in the meeting. He was part of a 3-3 in heat 1, but then he's been involved in 5-1s in heat 6 and 8, winning both, and that is keeping Coventry in this meeting at a time when others have found the going tough. 23-25, heat 9 on the way with Robson in blue off the inside, Woodward in white off gate 2, Zengotta in red off gate 3, and Lucas Drimmel goes in yellow off the outside. Certainly Eastbourne will feel they've put in already a much improved performance than the one they managed at Perry Barr on Wednesday when they were really listless. They really didn't go into that meeting at all, but they brought a few fans up to Coventry tonight, and they're so far having a reasonable evening. 2 points in front with 8 heats gone. Heat 9 on the way, Robson, Woodward, Zengotta and Drimmel. Heat number 9. Start Marshall walks away, and away they go, and the red light's on yet again as Cameron Woodward hits the first bend in front. Red lights straight on from the referee Darren Hartley, who's having a busy old evening here. That's the third unsatisfactory start, plus the Adam Shields fall in the previous race, and it will be all 4 back for the rerun. So straight back round, noticeable that every time tonight, apart from when the Adam Shields crash took place, every time so far the riders have been sent straight back round. The gate has not opened on turn 2. I think if the race was to be stopped again, they would have to do that for some refuelling, but it certainly is allowing the meeting to flow, and the restart there will give Ollie Aaron a bit of extra time to get whatever it was sorted out that brought him to a halt at the end of heat 8 on the slowdown lap. Because the restart certainly buys you an extra couple of minutes, even though they went straight back round. So Robson in blue off the inside, Woodward in white off gate 2, Zengotta in red off gate 3, and Lucas Drimmel in yellow off the outside. His brother Alice will be riding in the Czech Republic Grand Prix next weekend as the stand-in first reserve replacing the injured Darcy Ward. So he gets a big call up there. His brother on the outside here in heat number 9. Robson on the inside, Woodward gate 2, Zengotta gate 3, and Drimmel outside. 23-25, Eastbourne 2 points in front. Here we go with heat 9, green lights on and away they go, and it's a great start by Zengotta, and a pretty good one too by Stuart Robson. Drimmel will try and get the big burst around the outside going. Zengotta's got to move out and block him because Drimmel's gone round Robson, but Zengotta's got the advantage. It's Drimmel in second place, Robson in third ahead of Cameron Woodward. Robson parks it on the inside to try and pass Lucas Drimmel, with Woodward doing all he can to switch back around and back on Stuart Robson. Robson back around Woodward, tight for third and fourth as Drimmel goes clear in second, but Zengotta leads. Woodward going too wide. Woodward goes clattering into the fence. Now if the race is stopped, because they've now done 2 laps, Woodward is trying to clear the track, the red lights do come on, and now what will the referee do? what will the referee do? Because Woodward in the fence, he's clearly going to be disqualified. The white disqualification light is on. The referee can award the race because the race leader had completed 2 laps and Gotta was way clear. I'm not sure what Coventry would want here. Would they want to take the 4-2 or would they want a second crack and see if they can get a 5-1? As I say, he can award it or he can call for a restart. There will be a restart for heat number 9. The race will be rerun. I don't think Coventry will be too upset by that. So Gotta was racing clear, but they get a second go at it when they might be able to try and go for a 5-1. So Woodward down, but thankfully he's up and okay. Bit of light rain coming down at the moment, so hopefully it won't take him too long to get back out. But heat 9 will be rerun with the Eastbourne captain disqualified. So the second restart of heat number 9, which certainly gives extra time to Ollie Allen, who would have been looking at a really quick turnaround after that problem after heat 8. But now there's been a healthy delay with the 2 stoppages and the rerun. As I say, the rule has changed this year on reruns, awarded races. Previously, it had to be the case that all the riders had to have completed 2 laps before if the race could be awarded. But now it's just the race leader. So. The fact that Woodward was down and the fact that they had done the 2 did mean that he could have awarded even though Woodward had not completed 2 laps. But I think, as I say, I think it's probably a fair enough call. Although I think the race was probably finished as it was with the 4-2. There's no way that Dremel was going to get to Zangotta. I think Coventry will be happy enough to have a second crack at it from the gate and see if they can get a 5-1 here. Of course, Speedway law being as it is, you'll probably see Lucas Dremel fly around the outside here and go past everyone. So Robson on the inside, Zangotta on gate 3 and Dremel on the outside, who very much angled inwards for the restart of heat 9. Away they go, and Zangotta clamps off his teammate Stuart Robson, but Lucas Dremel does go around the outside and Lucas Dremel does get the race lead. Would you believe it? Dremel leads over Zangotta with Robson in 3rd place, and the restart does go Eastbourne's way as Dremel leads with Zangotta chasing him hard. Robson in 3rd place. Zangotta did not make a good start there off gate 3. He was moving across. In the end, he clamped on his teammate's nose, and Dremel made it round the outside, and Zangotta is chasing hard, trying to regain ground. Dremel sails out wide off bend 4. Zangotta tries to get down the inside. Brave ride by Greg Zangotta, trying to roar inside Lucas Dremel. Moves him aside. Dremel back round the outside. Zangotta on the inside. Superb ride. What a ride by Zangotta. Dremel goes charging back on the inside. Zangotta has passed him. Here comes Dremel once again, but Zangotta is going clear. Zangotta over Dremel. Robson in 3rd place, and he didn't make a great start, Zangotta, but he certainly made up for it because that was some passing move on Lucas Dremel, who's a hard man to pass, but Greg Zangotta has done it, and Coventry are back level. Zangotta superb in heat 9, wins it over Lucas Dremel, and Stuart Robson in 3rd place, and it's been a hard road back, but Coventry have got themselves level at 27 points apiece, and Greg Zangotta about to, I think, going to become a real favourite here at Coventry with some of his passing moves. We saw him on the outside on Monday. Well, that was strong on the inside there to move Dremel to one side, and Zangotta wins heat 9 for Coventry over Lucas Dremel. The 3rd place Stuart Robson, and we're back to all square at 27 points apiece. So all square with 9 heats gone. I can tell you that Lucas Dremel was absolutely furious when he came back to the pits. He was revving his bike. He was beating the pit board. He was very unhappy indeed that he'd lost his place there to Greg Zangotta. A bit of, as I say, rain coming down here, and they have cancelled the interval, which is a smart move as we get ready for heat number 10 at 27 points apiece. Bees battling their way back into the meeting. Now they face the unbeaten Simon Gustafsson. They have Ollie Allen going in blue off the inside. It's Timo Lahti who popped up with a good ride in yellow in his previous ride in yellow off gate 2. It's Christoph Kasperzak in red off gate 3, and the unbeaten Simon Gustafsson in white off the outside. So really hard to call the meeting now. Positive comeback by Coventry, leaving themselves in a really difficult spot early on, getting themselves back in a situation now where they can win the meeting. But Eastbourne will have Bjarne Pedersen back for 3 of the final 5 heats, so they'll still be happy enough. It's really the heat 7-5-1 is the one that is keeping them in it. Because that race, Coventry would have had high hopes would have gone their way, and that would have made quite a difference. But as things stand, they've got themselves back to level. Allen on the inside for heat 10. Lahti off gate 2, Kasperzak gate 3, and off the outside is Simon Gustafsson. Pretty close there between the riders off gates 2 and 3. But can Gustafsson keep his winning run going from the outside gate? Here we go with heat 10 on the way then. Start Marshall walks away, green light comes on and away they go. And the flying start by Aaron off the inside. Larty outgates Kasperzak, but Kasperzak has outgated Gustafsson. Larty going right round the outside here. Larty going round Ollie Aaron to lead for Eastbourne. Would you believe it? Aaron in second place. Third is Kasperzak, and it's Gustafsson at the back. So now can Timo Larty hold back the challenge of Ollie Aaron and Christoph Kasperzak in heat number 10? If he can, then that's a big escape for Eastbourne, because Gustafsson has been so excellent so far. His volume's over at the back. It's still Timo Larty from Ollie Aaron who gets out of shape on turn 4. And does he hang on? Well, he's got mechanical failure anyway. Through goes Gustafsson, and Eastbourne unexpectedly will get back in front here in heat number 10, because Larty, who's had a miserable season, let's not make any bones about it, he has got the race lead now over Christoph Kasperzak. It's Gustafsson in third place with Aaron at the back, who's got going again. I'm not quite sure what happened there off the fourth bend, but he got way out of shape. And now Eastbourne, who were under pressure after the previous couple of races, have again found an answer, and again they found the answer with Timo Larty, who wins heat number 10 from Christoph Kasperzak. Third place Simon Gustafsson and Ollie Aaron at the back, and Eastbourne go back in front after 10 heats by a 2-point margin. And as I say, they have got Bjarne Pedersen coming 3 times in the final 5 heats, so they are still slight favourites here to edge this meeting, as Timo Larty, who was quite frankly terrible at Birmingham on Wednesday, has really got himself going tonight. He wins heat number 10. Kasperzak in second, Gustafsson salvaging third, and it's Coventry 29, Eastbourne 31. So Bjarne Pedersen makes his return in heat number 11 for the Eagles. 5 points from 2 rides so far. Really has turned around his fortune since last year at Birmingham, when it really didn't go well for him. Back at a club, I think, where he feels happy, in a home track he feels happy, and is now back to being a consistent scorer in the Elite League. On that basis, signing him on an average of 7.42, or whatever it was at the start of the season, which is, I don't think it's changed too much since the start of the campaign. Appears to have been a wise move as far as Eastbourne are concerned, and as is the case always, if they can get their middle order going, then they become a strong unit, particularly around Arlington. They don't have much joy away, but their last away win was here at Coventry, back almost 12 months ago now, about 10 months ago, and at the moment, as I said, just about edging things here, 31-29. Every time Coventry have dragged themselves back in, Eastbourne have found an answer straight away, and they here have Pedersen and Gidatuin, who comes in for Shields, no surprise there. He rides in yellow, and Scott Nichols in blue, who has so far tonight been on the wrong end of 2.51s, and Aaron Summers, who so far tonight has been on the wrong end of 2.51s. So Eastbourne may well feel they can edge something extra here in heat 12, in 11 I should say, and just give them a margin to defend across the final 4 heats. Certainly, I'm sure their initial expectations here would have been to come and try and challenge for a point based on what's happened so far this week, but those sights are going to have been set now a good deal higher. Heat number 11 on the way. Pedersen off the inside, Nichols gate 2, Gidatuin gate 3, and Summers off the outside and away for 11, and Pedersen does outgate Nichols, who tries to go round him off turn 2. Nichols is sent wide by Pedersen, Summers switching back, Summers race leads, Nichols gets round the outside, and it is Coventry 1 and 2 as Pedersen tries to hold it on the inside of Nichols, who fence-scapes right round the boards, and Coventry are in front. It's Aaron Summers and Scott Nichols over Bjarne Pedersen. Nichols really clamps Pedersen off on turn 2, and Summers has suddenly come to life in heat number 11, and the meeting may be set to take another surprising twist here, because Aaron Summers, who's done nothing so far, has the advantage, and a very determined Scott Nichols getting round the outside on turn 2 to get the better of Bjarne Pedersen, and it's Coventry going clear in heat number 11, and Coventry could be going in front for the first time tonight. Nichols chasing or following his teammate Aaron Summers, who leads on to his last lap. Summers over Nichols. Bjarne Pedersen has lost ground as the race has gone on, and the Bees have turned it round, it would appear, in heat number 11. Nichols drops into second place there with his partner in front of him, and a superb 5-1 to Coventry in race number 11. Aaron Summers and Scott Nichols over Bjarne Pedersen and Dennis Gidatuin. There have been surprise results all the way down the race card tonight, and that is very much another one there, as Scott Nichols and Aaron Summers 5-1 Bjarne Pedersen, but Coventry in front for the first time tonight. Summers a dreadful night so far with 2 last places, but he gets a great win there. Scott Nichols in second place, third Bjarne Pedersen, and unexpectedly it's Coventry 34, Eastbourne 32. So we've said tonight that Eastbourne have found the answers when they've been under pressure. Well, now they found themselves behind for the first time. I don't think anyone looking at the lineup for heat number 11 could have gone for a Coventry 5-1 based on what we'd seen before in the meeting. Certainly, sometimes you try and read a race beforehand, you can get yourself completely tangled up, because that was very, very unlikely to happen, but it did. And so 5-1 Coventry, 34-32, and heat number 12, which has Lucas Drimmel in yellow off the inside for Eastbourne. Gate 2 in red is Greg Zengotta, gate 3 in white Simon Gustafsson, and gate 4 in blue Michael Szczepaniak. The two Coventry reserves both had dreadful starts to the meeting, but they both come up with the goods in their third outings, with Michael Szczepaniak partnering Ollie Aaron to a 5-1 in heat 8, and Aaron Summers partnering Scott Nichols to a 5-1 in heat number 11. So can Szczepaniak repeat the feat here off the outside in heat 12? We're not going to see tactical rides tonight, that's for sure. It looked like Coventry might have to use them earlier in the meeting, but they managed to get themselves back in. Don't forget, they were 8 points down after heat 4, 6 points down after heat 7. Now 2 points in front, but still plenty of racing to come in the final 4 heats tonight. Lucas Drimmel goes in yellow here off the inside. Zengotta in red off gate 2. Gustafsson white off gate 3. And Szczepaniak in blue off the outside. Here we go with 12. Zengotta lifts badly, but he gets to the bend in front. Here goes Szczepaniak round the outside. Now can he make it right round the outside? Michael Szczepaniak round the outside. Can he? Will Zengotta see him? Yes, he will. It's Coventry 1 and 2 again with Gustafsson at the back. It's Szczepaniak right round the outside. It's Zengotta in second. It's Drimmel in third. And it's Gustafsson at the back. And Coventry turning this meeting big time, with a 5-1 situation again going in heat number 12. Szczepaniak and Zengotta in there in second. Drimmel falls and Drimmel goes down, and now then they'll complete the 2 laps. If Drimmel stays down now, they'll definitely award the race, but Drimmel does get to his feet, so the race will continue. But Gustafsson, who won his first 2 rides so impressively, is way behind, so the Bees just have to bring this home now around turns 3 and 4 for the third time. 1 lap to go. Michael Szczepaniak a bit out of shape off turn 4, but Zengotta in there to cover him, and Simon Gustafsson in third, and Coventry really turning this meeting round big time in the closing stages, as Szczepaniak and Zengotta lead round turn 3 and 4 for the final time, and bring in another huge 5-1. Michael Szczepaniak and Greg Zengotta over Simon Gustafsson. Lucas Drimmel falling. He was unhappy after his previous ride. He'll be even less happy now. And how on earth has this happened? Because, as I say, it was 8-16, 18-24, and now it's 39-33. Coventry coming on strong in the second half of the meeting, with a race win in heat 12 for Michael Szczepaniak, second Greg Zengotta, third Simon Gustafsson, and Coventry 39, Eastbourne 33. So the Bees have 3 heats to bring this one home now, and to win the meeting, and also to take maximum points. To do that, they'll need to edge themselves further in front. I'm sure after the situation they were in earlier on, they'd be happy with any kind of a win. Well, they've got a 6-point lead to defend now for the final 3 heats. Well, we've seen Coventry come back, so can we see Eastbourne come back now? Big heat 13, you fancy, with Kasperzak in red off the inside. Pedersen, who's just been 5-1 in white off gate 2. Nichols in blue off gate 3, and Woodward, who was excellent in his first ride but hasn't had much joy since then, he's in yellow off the outside. So pretty important heat 13 on the way. I think this will determine now whether Eastbourne have any chance in the meeting at all as far as winning it's concerned. I think they need a 5-1 here if they're going to do that, but they may be back to plan A of trying to get something from here tonight. But quite a turnaround in the meeting when you think that really the last 5 heats, 5-1, 3 5-1s and a 4-2 to Coventry, just that 4-2 to Eastbourne in heat 10. The win for Timo Lauti that's broken that particular run. A meeting where you really haven't been able to predict what's going to happen, so we won't even try to here, with heat 13 on the way. Kasperzak on the inside gate, Pedersen off gate 2, Nichols off gate 3, and Woodward off the outside. Very important heat 13 now. Coventry getting themselves into a 6-point advantage. Referee keen to get on with it, flashing the green light. Start marshal making sure that Cameron Woodward's in line there on the outside, and they come into line for heat number 13. Kasperzak Pedersen, Nichols and Woodward. Green lights on and away they go. And it's a flying start by Bjarne Pedersen. Tries to take Scott Nichols wide. Woodward goes for the run round the outside, but Nichols gets round the outside. Kasperdak pegs it inside when he lifts, and that will take him to the back. Kasperdak almost had the run up the inside there, but he lifted at the crucial moment. Nichols has managed to work his way through, and now can Kasperdak get past Woodward? Woodward went too wide, and Kasperdak goes through into third place. That's a vital third place there for Christoph Kasperdak as Nichols races clear. It's Pedersen second, Kasperdak third, Woodward is at the back, and it's, as I say, a crunch third place. Woodward trying to come back inside, but he can't get it done. And meanwhile, Kasperdak has got more speed actually than he's had all season, it would appear, on Coventry, because he's chasing hard after Bjarne Pedersen. He's turning back on Bjarne Pedersen. He's going inside Bjarne Pedersen. He's passed him, and he's got Coventry into a 1-2 situation. I said he got more speed, and he's done superbly there to work his way from fourth to second. The Bees turning it on here, late on here at Brandon. It's Nichols from Kasperdak. It's Pedersen third. It is Woodward at the back, and the real Christoph Kasperdak does stand up and be counted here tonight as Scott Nichols wins Heat 13, as Christoph Kasperdak gets second, and the Eagles finish third and fourth. Bjarne Pedersen third, fourth place Cameron Woodward, and you can almost start the car now. Third successive Coventry 5-1. Nichols superb, Kasperdak classy. That was the Kasperdak of last season, no question about that. As the Bill-based Bees bang in another 5-1, and Eastbourne are left scratching their heads, wondering what's gone on tonight, because for a winning position, Eastbourne have blown it big time. But what a ride by Christoph Kasperdak to charge inside. Well, first of all, he got the better of Cameron Woodward, and then he superbly switched back on Bjarne Pedersen and had the speed to get through as well. And he must be much happier with his display here at Coventry tonight. And the Bill-based Bees have won the meeting and now have to make sure of all 3 points. Bees 44, Eastbourne 34. Well, an extraordinary meeting here. Coventry now 10 points in front. They've got victory done and dusted, barring a couple of 5-0s. And now they just need to avoid conceding big points in these final heats to make sure of all 3. And that looked absolutely, totally unlikely. When they were 8-16 and then 18-24 down, 3 successive 5-1s take them 10 points in front. And that ride from Kasperdak was exactly why he is a world-class performer. We just haven't seen it so far this season, but hopefully we're going to see some more of that, because that was sweet. The way you could just see he was reeling in the ground on Bjarne Pedersen and just turned back a treat and got inside him. It was great stuff to see. And now can the Bees continue the momentum here in Heat 14 with Stuart Robson and Aaron Summers up against Timo Lahti and Dennis Gizatulin. Lahti's gone well so far for Eastbourne after a miserable first ride. He's picked up 5 paid 6 from his next 2. Gizatulin's always been a threat, although not quite the threat of the first couple of races when he gated to win. And the Bees have Robson in red and Summers in blue going in this heat number 14. 44-34, so job almost done as far as the meeting victory is concerned, but there is job to do as far as maximum points are concerned. Here we go with 14 as the start marshal just checking there with Aaron Summers. Everything is sorted there, and here we go with heat number 14. Green light comes on then, and away they go. And it's a good start by Aaron Summers. Summers gets the bend in front. Robson's missed the start, but he's going to take the run round the outside here. Here goes Robson round the outside. Might get blocked down there. How tight is that? Great ride by Gizaturin to split them, but it's Aaron Summers with the lead, and Gizaturin heads Stuart Robson with Lahti out the back, and this will do nicely for Coventry. It'll do very nicely indeed. Aaron Summers with the advantage. It's a battle on for second place with Robson chasing Dennis Gizaturin. As far as the meeting is concerned, as far as the points are concerned, it's not really an issue here. The third place for Robson would do, but he's scraping the boards. Oh, what a ride by Stuart Robson! What a ride by Stuart Robson round the outside of Dennis Gizaturin. Talk about winding back the clock. That was incredible. No room there whatsoever. And there's me saying that there's not too much on it. The third place would do. Well, Stuart Robson makes absolutely sure and flies around the outside and then blocks very neatly Gizaturin. Summers checking off into the distance, and talk about sending the crowd home happy. That's what Coventry are going to do tonight. Terrible start for the meeting. They were adrift awfully, and now they've made sure of all 3 points. Aaron Summers and an inspired Stuart Robson take a maximum over Gizaturin and Lahti, and Eastbourne have collapsed dramatically here. The Bill-based Bees have been superb, and they've got all 3 points in the bag with 1 race to spare. Aaron Summers 0-0 3-3. Stuart Robson comes through an impossible gap to get round Dennis Gizaturin, and the Bees get their 4th successive 5-1, and Eastbourne will not believe what's happened here tonight. They had an away win, they had 4 points virtually in the bag based on the way they started, and Coventry have turned on the style and again given further hope for the weeks to come. Aaron Summers wins it, Stuart Robson second, third Gizaturin, 49 Coventry, 35 Eastbourne.
Very much has changed, and that's giving the result there for Heat 14. The win went to the right in blue, Aaron Summers.
So the Bilbao Bees have all the points in the bag as we get ready for heat 15, and it will be Greg Zengotta and Christoph Kasperzak here for Coventry, and it's Simon Gustafsson and Timo Lahti for the Eagles. And I mentioned how important the Eagles' middle order was going to be based on the fact that Gustafsson and Lahti struggled so badly at Birmingham on Wednesday. Well, they've scored 8 and 5+1 respectively, but Bjarne Pedersen's gone into reverse late in the meeting, conceding 2 5-1s. And we're currently on a run of 4 successive Coventry 5-1s. I went to a meeting last night at Peterborough when they thumped Poole and they scored 7 5-1s in the last 9 heats. Well, Coventry's run tonight is not far off that. And to get to 49-35 from 18-24 is quite an achievement as far as Coventry are concerned. It will also cause a great deal of consternation as far as Eastbourne are concerned. I'm sure of that. Not that they're concerned, not that their problems are anything of our concern, because the Bees are moving back off the bottom of the Elite League tonight. And there is a, depending on what's happening at Lakeside, there's a scenario which will leave Poole bottom actually, depending on how the score elsewhere is going. But as I say, the important thing is Coventry getting the points on the board, and it will take them to 7. And if they can just nick something at Arlington tomorrow, that would be a positive. And it's definitely, this week has certainly got the season started after the miserable start to the campaign. But to get 3 points from this meeting based on how it started for the first half is very surprising indeed, especially well before heat 15. So Zengotta on the inside, Gustafsson on gate 2, Kasperzak gate 3, and Lahti off the outside. Here we go with heat number 15. Green light comes on then, and away, and Gustafsson lifts off grade 2. A flying start by Zengotta. Kasperzak misses the start. There goes Lahti round the outside, and Lahti makes it right round the outside of Greg Zengotta as Kasperzak passes Simon Gustafsson, and it's a 3-3 situation. Kasperzak with all that speed on the inside goes past Greg Zengotta, and it's Timo Lahti here leading heat 15 round Brandon as the Bees race each other for second and third. Kasperzak going round Zengotta. I get the feeling that Kasperzak's keen to reel in Lahti here and pass him to win the race, because it's really turned the speed on Christoph Kasperzak here as Lahti race leads from Kasperzak. It's Zengotta in third and Gustafsson at the back, and Kasperzak with just over a lap to try and make a passing move as Gustafsson comes to a halt, and Lahti still leads from Kasperzak. It's been an impressive race win here for Timo Lahti if he can hold back the 2 Coventry poles as they start the last lap, and Lahti still race leads from Kasperzak, who goes right for the inside trying to turn back on Lahti. Good line from Timo Lahti off turn 2 though, and this will give his confidence a world of good after a poor season so far, and will give Eastbourne something to take home tonight, but they won't take much more than that. Great effort by Timo Lahti to win heat 15. Second place Christoph Kasperzak, third place Greg Zengotta, and the meeting finishes with a shared heat. And well done Timo Lahti. He's had, as I say, he's had a really tough time this season so far, but that's a quality effort there to win heat 15 here at Brandon. Lahti with the race victory, Christoph Kasperzak in second place, Greg Zengotta in third. The main thing is Coventry have taken maximum points from the meeting from a position which looked wholly unlikely at the halfway stage. The final score with a win for Lahti, second place for Kasperzak, third for Zengotta is Coventry 52, Eastbourne 38.
Scott Nichols, that was a bit scary early doors.
It was. I was thinking, my God, the season's starting over again. It was tough. I had a dreadful start and certainly didn't go to plan. Full credit to Eastbourne. They kind of, started off on fire, but we pulled it back when we needed to and come away with a convincing win, which is great. I mean, I think had that have happened a week ago, if we hadn't had the Wolverhampton match, I think our heads would have probably still been on the floor. So, I think a lot of that bounces from the meeting on Monday against Lakeside. I think it kind of instilled a bit of confidence in everybody, and yeah, like everybody pulled together, did their job, and we come away with a great win.
Was there any particular reason? Just beating us out at the start?
Yeah, I think it just beats us. I mean, I kind of swapped bikes. And the other one was a lot better, but yeah, they just made a couple of starts and yeah, they just rode a good race. We were just a bit unfortunate, wrong place, wrong time, no particular reason, but we pulled it back because I think everybody, their confidence was up a little bit, and yeah, like I said, everybody did a fantastic job. Nice to see Kasperzak kind of battling hard as well, and he deserved heat 15.
He was actually racing tonight, wasn't he?
It was. It's a big difference. I mean, on his night, he's awesome to watch and he's a fantastic rider, and we know what he's capable of. Just sadly, it hadn't happened until now, really.
Moving forward, if it can, to tomorrow, I mean, it's going to be tough down at Eastbourne, but we can get all 4 points, can't we?
Definitely, yeah, it's going to be tough, but you know, nobody expected Eastbourne to do what they did in the first couple of races here. Confidence is a wonderful thing, and I think when you can, you know, we've got a few meetings now. I think you can take the confidence from Monday, from today, take it through to Eastbourne tomorrow. So we'll certainly be going down there looking to get the win and as many points on the board as possible.
Of course, you're going to have an extra ride yourself tomorrow because Ollie's riding for Rye House, so we've got rider replacement.
Oh, I didn't know that. Great. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. You kind of miss some riders here and there. But, you know, Ollie had a great race tonight. But, yeah, I mean, I've had some fantastic races down Eastbourne before, like I said, and all the boys can do the job down there. So, you know, it's nice to go back-to-back because they're going to be going all out to get the win, and we're going to be all out to get the win too, to pull ourselves up that table.
Of course, you've got a big meeting on Monday, the British final. Has it put a damper on it, the situation with not having the Grand Prix place?
It has in one way. I mean, I think it's fair to say that, you know, all the boys, when they're there, that kind of won't be in their mind. I mean, especially for me, it won't. I mean, I'll be going there to win the British title. But, you know, it's a shame. I think it's disappointing. That was always part of the excitement for the riders, the fans, for the TV. You know, but that's happened. That's the way it is. So can't change it. No. Just go there in determined mood. And so yeah, I mean, nothing make me happier than to be standing on the top of the rostrum and maybe still go down Cardiff anyway, just for the fun of it.
The thing is, as well, you've got the experience, Scott, of being British champion. I mean, obviously, everybody knows that Tolworth is on fire at the moment, but he always seems to lose his way in the British final. Yeah,
I mean, I think it's fair to say he's in the best form I've personally ever seen him in. It's his home track, so we're going there full of confidence. But, you know, I've said it many times before, it's kind of, it all comes down to that one race, you know. You can go through the card, but it comes down to one race. So, yeah, I mean, he'll be up for it, but there's a lot of other boys going for it, me included. So we'll just see what happens on the night.
You don't want to give that trophy back, do you?
Hell no.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you.
See you, bud.
So the final score of tonight's meeting, Coventry 52, Eastbourne 38. And when you look at the score chart, the extraordinary thing about this is not one rider has scored double figures here tonight in terms of points without bonus. For Coventry, Christoph Kasperzak 9+3, Ollie Owen 8, Greg Zengotta 9+2, Stuart Robson 7+2, Scott Nichols 7+1, Aaron Summers 6, and Michael Szczepaniak 6+1. Bjarne Pedersen for the Eastbourne Eagles 7, Adam Shields no score, Simon Gustafsson 8, Timo Lahti 8+1, Cameron Woodward 3+1, Lucas Drimmel 4+1, and Dennis Gizatuin 8. As I say, no rider scoring double figures here, which just really sums up the up and down night we've had here. But Coventry coming through for a dramatic victory, having been 8-16 and then 18-24 down to win by 14 and take maximum points. That has to go down as a cracking result for the Build-Based Bees. The final score of Coventry 52, Eastbourne 38, and that's all from us tonight on Clean Cut Sports. See you next time. Good night.